Hello Capricorn, welcome back, and if you're new here, I love you already. This is going to be a general reading for the month of June 2021, and as usual we're going to do it in three parts. The first is just your state of mind and where you're coming from May, and then the second part will be your kind of journey through June, if you like, and some advice, and then finally we'll draw three cards from the universe just as some advice from the universe and how to cope with with whatever the outcome might be. Spirit, Capricorn for June 2021. General reading for Capricorn, June 21. What blessings and advice do we have for Capricorn for June? Let's get into it. Some nice changes, Capricorn. So the card that represents you this month is the Knight of Cups. And this is amazing to have in your state of mind, because it's you. People are going to see you. You're going to feel inside like you have so much to give this month of your heart. Like you're in that offering a cup of love state of mind. Like something has changed, almost like you are just feeling just more generous with giving of yourself to your partner, a new partner, the people, just the people around you in general, and people will see it this month as well, I think. Your challenge this month is sleep and rest. Not necessarily sleep, but rest. Rest your freaking soul. Take some time. If things are bothering you or getting a bit too much, make sure you take some downtime for yourself. So that's just your challenge. Okay, so be mindful of that. When you're feeling a little overwhelmed or you're feeling a little tired, make sure you get your rest in. And this can also mean things like drinking more water, keeping hydrated, eating properly, taking your vitamins, that kind of thing. But it's definitely a don't let the wounds from battle fester. I mean, that's the real meaning behind this card. It's like, come home from the battle at the end of the day and make sure you take your rest. Put your swords down and take a rest. In your heart space, you've got the ten of coins, and this just this matches up with this Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups is you realizing that you have a lot to give of your heart this month, and the Ten of Coins in your heart space is you have plenty inside to give. You've got so much to give this month that as much as you give, it's not going to diminish what you have left. You have enough resources, and your heart is protected this month because it has everything that it needs. And then in your headspace, I just it's you comparing yourself to other people. So just be aware of that. Sometimes we go through periods where we think we're not moving ahead fast enough or quick enough, or we don't have enough things, or other people are doing stuff that you might not be able to afford. So that might be in your head at the moment. So just be wary of that's often it's a head thing, because it doesn't match up with your heart space, because your heart space inside you have more than enough, and maybe because you're so happy inside, outside might look like it's lacking things. But believe me, this is way more important. Heart space is way more important than head space. This is just something to be aware of, okay? Because I see you coming from May. It just looks like May was a bit of an upheaval month for you. Like everything you do everything you tried was just, was just a mess. Whatever you started, you couldn't finish. Whatever you said was taken up the wrong way. But that's made, that's gone now. Okay, because in your immediate future, I have the sun, and the sun, the sun is like everything. It's like summer in the middle of winter. The sun shining down on you, down on your life, and I think it's because you're in this space of love, and you're in the space of giving of yourself emotionally, and often when you're generous, generosity comes back to you. It's like the natural state of balance. If you hold on to stuff, the sun's not going to shine for you. But you're giving of yourself this month. Just be careful, not too much. Take your rest. Drink water. And the sun is going to be shining down on you. So let's get a couple more cards and look at your journey through June. Spread 4 cards. Capricorn. So in your doubt space, let's call it the doubt space, so little things that go on in your head sometimes, that little voice that comes up. I just see you during this month sometimes thinking that you got too much on your plate, and it feels like you're juggling too many things, and maybe you're juggling relationship with work, or maybe you're juggling with too much stuff at work, or maybe juggling with too much stuff at home. But in reality, Capricorn, you can manage this stuff, because this is just in your self-doubt position. And when the card is here, it usually means even if you doubt that you can actually. All right. You've got the capability, you've got the means to be able to juggle a few things this month. And also, sometimes there's indecision, but I'll tell you now that indecision is not an issue. And then the environment you're operating in is the moon. And I'm glad the rest of your cards are all in a good space, because when the environment is in the moon space, it could mean that there's a little deception going on around you. So my advice to you this month, if this is the environment, Capricorn, is to keep things to yourself that need to be kept to yourself. So if you come up with this amazing new idea this month, don't go telling everybody, because somebody might take your idea and claim it as their own. So it's like it's Gemini season now, and I'm not sure if that's got anything to do with this. This could be a Pisces could just have a big influence over you this month. But generally, if this is the environment, you might not see everything as they are this month. So just be aware of that. When, for instance, if you hear a rumor, do some research, because for you, it just seems like this is the kind of stuff that's going to come up this month. So if you read something on Twitter, don't comment it until you've got the full story. So it might be fake news, that kind of scenario. And again, don't give too much of yourself away in this month. So keep your distance from gossip this month, because I see that happening this month in your environment. Like, I just see office gossipy stuff going on, or family members saying something on the WhatsApp group which you should just ignore, because it may not be true. Okay. And then in your advice card, I've got the Two of Swords, and yes, I haven't seen the Two of Swords for a long time. And the Two of Swords in the advice card is the way I see it in the context of everything here. There's a decision that's going to be made about your future without you having control over it. What might feel that way to you, but something's going to come together and create a spark, and something that you're not going to have control over. And because it's swords, it's like it's like contractual things, or things that are intellectual. Let's put it that way. So keep an eye out for that. You must, yeah. I'm going to clarify on this because it's a little confusing in this context here, because it just looks like something's going to change for you. Because I tell you why. Your outcome card is the King of Wands, and that's that's you being king of the castle. That's you being king of the castle by the end of the month. And it could be a result of this Two of Swords, and this could be because it's in the advice position. This could be if an opportunity arises, don't discount it at all, because it could very well just make you king of the castle in whatever environment you might be in. And because you're working in an environment of the moon where there may be some deception, I'm saying if something comes up where you have to make a decision, possibly take some advice before you accept a new offer or something like that. Because that King of Wands is, yes, that's a beautiful card to have in your outcome. Because that's you feeling like king of your freaking realm, like you're the man. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be a man, you know what I mean? So let's draw 3 more cards and see if we can clarify, because that Two of Swords is a little mystery to me right now. So the Two of Swords for me always means that, because if you look at it, it's like, in this particular pack especially, it's like Two of Swords touching, and there's this ding, like the spark moment. So it feels like, to me, that suddenly two things are going to cross, and it's going to make something else possible, if you know what I mean. Let's just clarify the outcome here. Some advice. I just see twos everywhere. Okay, so the universe always gives me 2 good cards and 1 warning. It just seems to be a pattern lately. Okay, so number 1, the High Priestess is saying use your intuition, and it's related to this moon card. So if something presents itself and you're wondering if it's true or not, so if gossip comes up, or you read about something which doesn't make sense, use your intuition, research. Because the High Priestess is that sneaky. She's a little sneaky, okay? And when I say sneaky, she knows she makes good decisions based on her intuition. She can't always tell you why. But she's got these, if you have a look at these 2 pillars, I forget their names. One's Boaz and the other one is, I forget. But they're inscribed with hieroglyphics. And in this one, it looks like she's sitting next to like a bunch of books and things like that. And she's got this mysterious, like pharaoh character in the back. And that represents her wisdom. And it's wisdom that she's good at, but she can't always articulate. And she can't always tell you why she's right, but she's usually right. So I'm saying use your intuition this month when things come up. Then I have the 10 of Swords here, and Virgo had this as well, and this is in the outcome position, and you've got the Sun here in your immediate future. Then you've got the 10 of Swords in your kind of outcome row, and when it's in this position, it's like something that has been hurting you is just going to be lifted. Like you've been carrying some sort of burden that has been making your heart sore, but it's going to be lifted this month. And that's good, because when you have these 10s in especially Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, which often mean burden in other positions. When they're in the outcome position, it often means that's unexpectedly lifting. And lifting without you having to do anything. Because you have the sun here already just shining down on you, and you have the the King of Wands. You're going to feel king of the castle. So this is definitely just some sort of emotional burden that's gonna lift without you having to do anything. And then you have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is you definitely looking to the future, okay, and plotting your course forward, because I think you're in a good state of mind, and when I say future, when I see the Knight of Cups, you being in this state of love, and the Sun, which is like this beautiful couple, and then the Two of Wands again is two. It's twos. There's a bunch of twos, and we've got the Two of Swords. I almost feel like it's you making some big considerations about the future of you and a significant person. Like it's a pairing up, and you looking forward at this pairing up and say, okay, what is my future here? And it's something you haven't thought of before. It's new, because in the past you've been like, oh, everything I'm doing is wrong. But the sun is coming in the middle of winter. It's winter here in the southern hemisphere, by the way. So yeah, Capricorn, that was quite a serious reading, I think. And I think in summary, you're going from a state of a little chaos to a state of sunshine. There's love in your heart. King of Wands outcome, which is like king of your castle. And the High Priestess just warning you to, watch for gossip and use your intuition and common sense at the end of the day. This is me, Capricorn. Thank you for visiting again, and I hope to see you again soon.